Hello, friend. Welcome to Shepherd My Heart. My name is Pamela, and I'm so glad you joined me today. Today, we will be looking at hope renewed when Jesus meets you in your failure. The time that we'll be looking at is after Jesus had died on the cross, and the disciples did not understand what was happening. Were they wrong in what they had believed about Jesus? Sometimes we may feel this way. We were expecting something to happen in our lives, and it just does not seem to be happening. In fact, it seems opposite of what we thought God was going to do. Let's join Peter and the disciples and see what happened with them at this time. Let's look at John 21, 1 through 8, and I'll be reading from the ESV version. After this, Jesus revealed himself again to the disciples by the Sea of Tiberias. And he revealed himself in this way: Simon Peter, Thomas called the twin, Nathanael of Cana in Galilee, the sons of Zebedee, and two others of his disciples were together. Simon Peter said to them, "I am going fishing." They said to him, "We will go with you." They went out and got into the boat, but that night they caught nothing. Just as day was breaking, Jesus stood on the shore, yet the disciples did not know that it was Jesus. Jesus said to them, "Children, do you have any fish?" They answered, "No." He said to them, "Cast the net on the right side of the boat, and you will find some." So they cast it, and now they were not able to haul it in because of the quantity of fish. The disciple whom Jesus loved therefore said to Peter, "It is the Lord." When Simon Peter heard that it was the Lord, he put on his outer garment, for he was stripped for work, and threw himself into the sea. The other disciples came in the boat, dragging the net full of fish, for they were not far from the land, but about 100 yards off. Yesterday in the YouTube video, I shared how Peter and his disciples saw the miracle of the fish they caught that filled two boats so much they were sinking, after they had fished all night and caught nothing. I will provide the link in the video description so you can watch that. When they saw this miracle, they left everything and followed Jesus. This was their livelihood, yet they were willing to abandon it all and follow him. They had experienced the Messiah acting in their lives, and it so changed them that everything else seemed so unimportant, paled in comparison. It is not enough to go to church on Sunday, to read your Bible, and to be a good person. We must meet Jesus. The disciples walked with Jesus and learned from him as he interacted with the people, loving them as their shepherd, healing broken hearts and bodies, freeing them from tormenting demons, restoring them to the person he created them to be. But Jesus had died. This was not how it was supposed to be. He was supposed to restore the kingdom of Israel. He wasn't supposed to die. Were they wrong to believe in him as their Messiah? What were they supposed to do now? And Peter, he had denied knowing him. He told Jesus he would never do that, even though Jesus warned him that he would. Peter loved Jesus, and yet when he needed him most, he abandoned him. So what does Peter do? He goes back to what is familiar, what he had abandoned to follow Jesus. He goes fishing and catches nothing. Sound familiar? Jesus enters the scene, though they don't recognize him. Jesus meets them where they are, in their brokenness, their doubt, their fear that they missed it, and he instructs them to let down the net on the right side. They do, and suddenly the net is overflowing. The miracle triggers a memory, and they recognize him, the one they thought was gone, defeated, hope lost. John turns to Peter and says, "It is the Lord." And Peter, impulsive and eager, jumps into the sea and rushes to Jesus. This miracle mirrors the first time Peter met Jesus in Luke 5. when a similarly empty net became a symbol of divine abundance. That moment led Peter to leave everything and follow Jesus. He abandoned his livelihood, not because he had nothing to lose, but because he had finally found everything. And yet it all seemed lost. But at that moment, when he experienced that miracle again, his hope was renewed. Jesus triumphant. Jesus is here. Peter forgiven. Peter restored. Jesus creates the miracle, not to shame Peter, but to remind him, I'm still the same, and I still choose you. Where are you today? Do you feel like you have gone so far away that you're not worthy to be chosen anymore? I just want to remind you, Jesus did not change his mind. He still chooses you. John 21:15-17 says, when they had finished breakfast, Jesus said to Simon Peter, Simon, son of John, do you love me more than these? He said to him, yes, Lord, you know that I love you. He said to him, feed my lambs. He said to him a second time, Simon, son of John, do you love me? He said to him, yes, Lord, you know that I love you. He said to him, tend my sheep. He said to him a third time, Simon, son of John, do you love me? Peter was grieved because he said to him the third time, do you love me? And he said to him, Lord, you know everything. You know that I love you. Jesus said to him, feed my sheep. Something was happening here. Jesus was reminding Peter, you do love me. I haven't removed the call from your life. And he needed to speak it out. Sometimes when we're wondering, do I really love Jesus? We have to speak it out. We have to say, yes, Jesus, I love you. I do love you. And let the doubt flee from your mind. Jesus lets Peter know his failures did not remove his calling. Peter receives Jesus' forgiveness, his love that enables him to love Jesus and share that love with others. Jesus did not restore Peter just for himself, but because he would take that message to others that needed to hear. Like Peter, we may return to old habits when we feel lost or disqualified, but Jesus is there on the shore of our disappointment, waiting to restore us. His question to Peter is his question to us. Do you love me? If so, he says, feed my sheep. Your story is not over. Your calling has not been revoked. The same Jesus who met Peter on the water meets you now, with love, with purpose, and with grace that restores. Will you join me in saying, Jesus, I love you, and I will respond to all that you are calling me to do and be obedient. Because I have received your love, I can love others. God bless you today.